What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of HRT After Dark. I hope your week was swell. Today, I thought it would be fun to check out some gender identity / am I trans quizzes on the internet, being that I have been on testosterone for 7 years, and I've been out as a trans man for like 8 years, I think. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I'm not a trans man. Maybe I've been lying. You don't know me. No. What? I have never taken a gender quiz in my life. I never thought to take one. I imagine it would have been helpful though. So we're taking one today. We'll take a bunch. The first one we're going to do is what's your gender identity? You know, all these quizzes say don't take this that seriously. Only you can tell what your gender identity is. And like, well, that's all cool and great. What's the point of the quiz then? You know what I mean? I'm going to take this very seriously. I'm going to take this very seriously. Whatever it tells me I am is who I'm going to be. Before we get started though, if you could hit that subscribe button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Okay. Question 1. How many genders do you feel you are at any given point in time, regardless of the state of interactions of said genders? What? I don't get that. If your gender is fluid, think about how many genders are present at the same time, not how many genders you shift between. 1, 2, 3 or more, an unaccountable number, or infinitely many. None. Jesus, there's a lot of answers you could choose. Okay. It shifts between 1 and none, as though the feeling gets more and less intense over time. Sometimes I feel multiple. I forgot to screen record. Hang on. It shifts between 1 and none, as though the feeling gets more and less intense over time. Sometimes I feel multiple, but sometimes the amount / intensity of those feelings Or sometimes I feel multiple, but sometimes I feel none. I am unsure of how many genders I feel. Closer to 1 than none, but not quite completely 1. Closer to none than any, but still something. Somewhere in the middle, like half a gender. I'll be real, no clue what I just read. I don't know, because if I'm being real, guys, I don't feel like a man all of the time. Okay, no, I know I'm a man, okay? But like, what is masculinity, you know? Like, am I supposed to be feeling masculine 100% of the time? Like, even if I'm not feeling dysphoric? I'm not feeling dysphoric, I'm just like not like always like feeling like a man, you know? But that's not what being a man is. Is that the question? I don't think it is. Okay, I feel like a man like 90% of the time. So, maybe it shifts between 1 and none, because I never feel like a woman. I'm gonna say it shifts between 1 and none, as though the feeling gets more and less intense over time. Cause like, I'm not over here like maybe I am like feeling like a man 100% of the time. Like I am. But like, what is gender? You know, we're spending too long on this. Should I choose 1 or it shifts between 1 and none? Let's spice it up a bit. It shifts between 1 and none. Okay, question 2. Now, what is the state of your gender? Do they change? Do they interact? Do you feel them all at once? Oh, I don't know. I don't think I know myself well enough for this. My gender feels static, stable. I don't believe they change or interact in any meaningful way. My genders feel as though they change on a spectrum, like the specific gendered feeling is always the same, but it feels more or less intense over time. My genders are not stable or are fluid. It feels like what gender I identify as changes over time. I feel as though I have no gender, like there's nothing there. I feel as though some of my gender is stable, but part of it is changing, unrelated to each other. My genders feel as though they are changing fluidly and fluctuating at the same time. Like I feel more masculine or feminine some days, but the intensity of even those feelings is unstable. I'm not sure what state my genders are in. I feel like this is like the same question as before. I'm between my gender feels static, stable. I don't believe they change or interact in any meaningful way, or I feel as though some of my gender is stable, but part of it is changing, unrelated to each other. Because like, I don't think I'll ever identify as anything other than a trans man, but there's room in there for like femininity, you know? And I'm proud of that. F*** you. I'll choose that one, even though I don't know if that's like what it's getting at. Question 3. Do you associate with your birth gender? If so, how much? If not, why? Yes, I'm AFAB and I associate with femininity and may even identify as female. Absolutely not. Yes, I'm AMAB. No, I'm not AMAB. I guess I am intersex at birth. No, I'm not intersex. No, I'm not either of those. No, I am AFAB and I am against my association with my birth gender. I may even identify as male. That one. Do I have to read all of these? I'm getting lost here, dude. No, we want the fourth one. No, I'm AFAB and I'm against association with my birth gender and I may even identify as male. That one. I don't even have to read the rest. Okay. Question 4. Do you associate with femininity, identify as female, or like female terms? Even if your answer changes, if one thing is still true, most of the time select that option. I strongly associate with femininity, like female terms, and or identify as female. No. I'm comfortable with femininity, using female terms, or being identified as female. No. I am neutral towards femininity, female terms, or being identified as female. No. I dislike being associated with femininity, being identified as female, or being referred to be female terms. No, that's just f***ing wrong. Or being referred to by female terms. I don't mind being associated with femininity, but I don't want to be identified as female. Is that so f***ing hard? I strongly dislike being associated with femininity, and being perceived as female and referred to with female terms is unpleasant to me. I have little to no opinion on being seen femininely, being identified as female, or having female terms used for me. My answer to this question changes drastically over time. I am gender nonconforming, unrelated to my gender. I wish there was one that was like, I don't mind being associated with femininity, but please don't call me a female, because that's where I am. I'm gonna go, I dislike being associated with femininity, being identified as female, or being referred to by female terms. I would go with I have little to no opinion about it, but I have an opinion about being called a woman. I don't care when it's strangers on the internet, but someone in my life calling me a female, no, get out of here. So I dislike it. Question 5. Do you associate with masculinity, identify as male, or like male terms? I strongly associate with masculinity, like male terms, and or identify as male. Yeah, but no. You know what I mean? Masculinity. I am comfortable with masculinity, using male terms, or being identified as male. I am neutral towards masculinity, male terms, or being identified as male. I prefer other things to masculinity or male terms and would not like to identify as male. I dislike being associated with masculinity, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna go with I am comfortable with masculinity, using male terms, or being identified as male. Because, yes, I strongly associate with being a man, but a trans man. And that's different. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and be I strongly associate with masculinity when I'm listening to One Direction in my car and not giving a fuck if I wear pink and shit. I feel like anybody who's I strongly associate with masculinity is wearing a Trump hat. Wearing a MAGA hat. No, sorry. But that's what masculinity is to me right now. Maybe that's a me problem. Maybe I need to change my perspective on masculinity. I'm comfortable with masculinity, okay? How many questions are there? Do you associate with something outside the binary, identify as something outside the binary, or use non-binary terms? I strongly associate with something outside the binary, using binary terms, and may even identify as something outside the binary. I am comfortable with being seen as outside the binary and using non-binary terms. I am neutral towards being perceived as outside the binary or being referred to by non-binary terms. I prefer to be perceived as within the binary and would not like to identify as non-binary. I dislike being perceived as outside the binary or being referred to by non-binary terms. I strongly dislike being perceived as outside the binary and being referred to by... Okay, this is just the same words over and over again, and I'm going to shoot myself in the throat. I'm going to go with I have little to no opinion on being seen as outside the binary or being referred to by non-binary terms, because I kind of don't care. I could be a he, they. I wouldn't really mind it. But I have no opinion on it. You know what I mean? And I'm 7 years on testosterone. I don't think I'm far enough into my gender identity process to know that yet. I don't think I would ever go by they, them pronouns because I know I'm more within the binary, but I also wouldn't mind being referred to as they, them sometimes, because it's just whatever. Just don't call me a woman. I don't care. I have no opinion. What do you think is the best way to describe your gender? My gender is perfectly described by the gender binary. No. My gender can be described using the gender binary, perhaps somewhere in the middle or a bit of both. My gender is better described as being outside the binary completely, something separate. My gender doesn't seem to match most human descriptions of gender inside or outside the binary. My gender is best described as somewhere both and off the binary. My gender could be described in several or of all of these ways. My gender would be best described as fluid, binary or not. It is never constant. My gender would be described as fluctuating, binary or not. It feels as though it grows more or less intense sometimes. My gender could be described as non-existent, insignificant, or barely connected to anything. I'm not sure how to describe my gender. None of these fit. The second one. My gender can be described using the gender binary, perhaps somewhere in the middle or a bit of both. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. If you could choose any pronouns, what would they be? She, her, hers, he, him, his, they, them, theirs. Any neopronouns, she, they, he, they, neopronoun, they, all, any. Noun, self, pronouns, they change day to day. I would rather be referred to without pronouns, by name, or am pronoun indifferent, he, she. I am unsure and still experimenting with pronouns. He, him, his. Thank you. Next. If you've taken other quizzes, have you found answers close but not quite right or found yourself tying several answers? I have not taken any other quizzes. What results do you want to expect to get? Cis female, cis male, trans mass, trans femme, intersex, non-binary, agender, and then all the other genders. Just all of them. I mean, I've seen most of these, but I can't lie, I don't understand a lot of them. Oh, they tell you. Fluid flux, a combination of gender fluid and gender flux, applies to one or multiple genders. Paragirl, 51 to 99% female, the rest anything, almost female, but not completely. Wow, there's so many. I'm gonna go with the good old trans mask. And that's the end of the quiz. All right, let's view our results. Imagine it gives me cis female. Next video, I detransition. Next video is just me saying, guys, the quiz was right. I'm detransitioning. All right, what do we get? Trans mask! Honestly, I really thought it was gonna give me like demi boy or something because of my answers. A trans mask is someone who is AFAB, yeah, I mean, but who identify as mostly or entirely masculine/male. A trans mask may or may not be gender non-conforming to their preferred or assigned gender conformations. If this feels correct, view your other top results or take the quiz again. I feel like, though, it's possible that it only gave me trans mask because the last question I said I wish to be trans mask. You know what I mean? Like, if you wish to be something, then just be it. It's like, here you go. All right, you want this? Take it. I wonder if I chose something else, if it would have given me something else. Because, like, if you wish to expect an answer, it's clearly what you want to be, and nobody can tell you who you are. So, like, okay, Slay, I know exactly who I am. The period. Ate that up. I feel like I just won. Let's take another one. Let's take a shorter one. This one is called How Gare You? We already took the trans one. We already took the gender one. It's time for the sexuality one. My sexuality is, as far as I know, a sexuality. I don't label it. I've only dated women. I've never dated a man, but I don't label it because you never know what the future may bring. You know what I mean? I mean, like, I don't think I'm gay, but I don't think I'm straight. You know, I'm just kind of living my life. And whatever comes my way, comes my way. Let's start off easy. What's your gender? Male, female, I don't even know. I have no gender, only rage. Clear that somebody who is not cis made this quiz. I guess we're going male. Okay, now what's your favorite color? Red like the blood of my enemies. Black like my soul. Rainbow or beige. Kind of cringed out right now. But my favorite color is red, so red. If given the chance, would you date the above picture? What? That person? Up there? Obviously, I guess so. Never weirdo. Yeah, they seem cool. Pfft, this is the person who made this quiz. It's like, would you date me? Do you think I'm cute? I don't want to be a dick. Okay, I'm the type of person, though, I cannot date you or have sex with you unless I, like, have a connection with you. I'm not about strangers. Don't like it. Don't understand, like, one-night stands. Never understood them. Can't do it. Will never do it. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go with Never, because I don't know you personally, but I don't think you're a weirdo, okay? Love you. Are you homophobic? A little. I'm just kidding. Well, obviously not. I'm taking this quiz, aren't I? Maybe a little. Yes. What the f*** are you doing here? No, I'm cisphobic. Yeah, I'm cisphobic. Are you kidding? It would be heterophobic. Heterophobic, right? Heterosexual. Yeah, heterophobic would be the opposite of homophobic. I'm heterophobic. But I'm also cisphobic, so I'm gonna go with that. Do you watch Jade Fox, Alina Joy? Sorry if I'm butchering that. Brienne Worth, Haley and Kendra, Jamie Dodger, or one topic? Maybe I'm a bad trans creator, but I only know, out of that list, I only know Jamie Dodger. Who the heck are those people? No, I hate them. Occasionally, I'm not subscribed, though. I'm subscribed to Jamie Dodger. Yes, they're all cool. I love them. I don't know any of them besides Jamie Dodger. I'm gonna have to go with occasionally. Sorry. How do you feel about they, them pronouns? They're chill, a bit confusing, but I'm not against it. Who the f*** made this, okay? I hate them. How can you be more than one person? It's incorrect grammar. I actually go by they, them pronouns. I'm a total ally. Gay rules. Gay rules? I don't think this person knows the difference between sexuality and gender. I'm an ally. Have you ever had a gay experience, like kissing someone of the opposite sex or something like that? Okay, kissing somebody of the opposite sex would not be a gay experience. I feel like a 12-year-old made this. A 12-year-old going through something. So I guess we'll just pretend that it says kissing someone of the same sex. All the time, never, it's unholy, just once or twice. No, but if it happened, I wouldn't mind. Maybe once or twice. Do you support trans rights? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Out of here with that. Nasty as No, you can't change your gender. I don't agree with trans people, but I think what's happening is wrong and they're still people. I'm sorry, but that's a dumb answer. I don't agree with trans people. Of course, support trans people. I don't really have an opinion. Of course, trans people. Yeah, I support trans people. Now, last question. What's your favorite word from below? Anarchy, Catholicism, egg, hippopotamonstrosiquipediliophobia. This is really cringy. Egg, okay, egg. Grayson, you are not so closeted gay, but only with the homies. Strangers aren't a part of the equation. Socks on equals no homo is your life motto. Y'all, I can't even tell you how accurate that is. That's funny. Although, I don't know if I agree with it. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't f*** a stranger. Okay, but no, okay, that's pretty accurate. Well, that was fun. I had a good time. How about you guys? Huh? Comment below what you think. Have you ever taken a gender or sexuality quiz and did it help you? Did you get anything from it? Did you end up changing your mind about your gender? I was kind of hoping I was gonna get like demi boy or half trans guy or something weird so I could, maybe actually think about my gender. But I guess I know who I am. Okay, that's it. Let me know in the comment below your thoughts, what you want to see next. I would greatly appreciate it. And I love you all so much. Please make sure you check out my Patreon. I would greatly appreciate it. You don't have to do a monthly subscription if you don't want to. Just go check it out. I would appreciate it. Check out my Discord. I have a Discord with over 200 trans people in it, just hanging out, having a good time. I kind of want to plan some game nights or something soon with everybody in the Discord, so if you want to be a part of that, please join it. It's always in the description below. Go buy a sticker if you want. I worked really hard on those stickers, and it would mean a lot if you went and bought one. I love you all so much, and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye!